Hello and welcome everyone to MDE podcast special series Altera Perspectives. This segment invites you to explore Altera Infrastructure, a leader in global energy infrastructure services, known for its operations in offshore oil regions like the North Sea, Brazil and Canada's East Coast. Altera is redefining the future of offshore energy infrastructure. In this insightful trilogy, the spotlight is on how Altera tackles challenges and opportunities in the energy sector and how they manage the most important assets, their people. From recruiting top talent for ambitious projects in Dubai to managing global mobility and nurturing a culture that thrives on innovation and sustainability. Altera Infrastructure, originating from Altera, the Portuguese word for transform, lives up to its name. With a versatile fleet of FPSOs, shuttle tankers and other offshore assets, Altera isn't just participating in the energy industry, it's leading the change towards a greener and more sustainable future. Their story is about more than just assets and operations, it's about the people behind them. Over 2,300 professionals, united by their vision and values, drive their commitment to operations excellence and sustainability. Through teamwork and innovation, they are not just adapting to change, they are leading it. I will be joined today by Altera influent leaders and thinkers. They'll share insight and stories that paint a vivid picture on how Altera Infrastructure is not just adapting to the changing world, but it's actually shaping it one innovative step at a time. Hi everyone, and welcome to a new podcast series introducing Altera Infrastructure here in Trondheim. Around the table we have Kine, People and Organization Manager at Altera Infrastructure. Welcome.
Thank you.
We have also Sissel, who is also working in People and Organization Advisor at Altera. Welcome.
Thank you.
And last, we have also Trond, who is working as a Senior Vice President Business Development at MDE Group. Real nice to finally sit around the table with you guys.
Thank you.
Today we're going to talk about recruitment and major projects at Altera Infrastructure. Kine, Altera is recruiting a lot of people these days to exciting positions. Can you tell a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. We do have a lot of exciting opportunities these days with the two major projects in execution at the moment, in addition to our daily operations around the world. One of the projects we have is called Baleine. It's for a client ENI and will be operating in Côte d'Ivoire. So we will also be setting up an operation office there. So that's also a new location for us. And then we have the Rosebank project, which is a project for Equinor. And we will be operating west of Shetland once that FPSO is completed. So yes, it's been a very exciting year, and it's been a big change for us, manning up to such big projects in a new location. We are manning up we have manned up the projects in Dubai, and currently we have around 230 persons in Dubai, only in around 6 to 8 months. So that's been really exciting.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, huh?
That's a lot of people, and especially in a so short time period, because it's really complex to man up for so huge project, and also then in the different locations that you are already. Impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. Altera and MDE have a great and a good collaboration going back to 2021. Trond, can you tell us about how it has been to be working so closely with Altera since then?
Yeah, in general, it's really exciting to recruit for such project. What is important then is that we have a good and close collaboration with the client. And in this case, it's very motivating for us when we get close to the client, because then it's much easier to recruit. It's much easier to sell it to the candidates. What is why should they choose to work for Altera Infrastructure? And my experience so far has been very good. of course, it's an attractive project. You have an attractive location, you have a long-term project, and we see that in the industry now, this is one of the prioritized projects for people. When we go out there and looking for the good ones, they are easier to get on the hook than if you have a project that doesn't have that long term, and of course the location is good. It's interesting.
Yeah, but about and also we're sitting in the same house in Trondheim here in Brattøya. I have to say, one of the greatest locations in Trondheim. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But how important is that we, like the MDE and Altera, are so close, so we can just take the elevator up and if we have something to discuss? Is that the also important thing?
Well, it's been really important in this project, also because of the nature of the project. It's been a fast-track project, I have to say. They have been able to mobilize so much people in that short period of time. And when you're doing that, you need to have a hands-on connection every day. So for us, it's been much easier to get the practicalities done, to have the short meetings, to take decisions, short-term decisions, because of the nature of the project. So that's been a really big advantage in this process.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We're talking about a lot of candidates going on those projects. Sissel, how do you see the candidate market today?
It's really good, to be honest. We get a lot of candidates. We have received probably over 500 CVs this far this year from multiple of our agencies, of course, MDE included. We're very lucky to collaborate with so many partners that are able to provide us such good and qualified people for our positions, so that we're able to provide a really good project team for our projects. Because, of course, getting everyone in, doing the work, and also having that Altera team spirit, working together. It doesn't matter if you're a permanent employee or if you are hired in as a consultant through any of our agencies. It's so important for us to have that team spirit and that we're working together. So that is something that's been really good for us. And that's also something that we see in the market today. We still get a lot of CVs also from people that have worked with us previously, people that have in some way know about Altera, know about our clients as well. And they're always eager to get themselves presented. They're reaching out to their broader network. So we are receiving quite a lot of candidates, and it's a really hot market, which of course can be challenging in some ways. But we are very happy with all of the great CVs that we have received this year.
I can definitely confirm that for the temporary positions, the consultants, that they tell us that they are really happy that the way they are integrated in the Altera's project organization. There is they don't feel that they are treated different because they are consultants or they are staff. They are having the same opportunities and get the same treatment, and that's really important, because you are here to do a job, and then you need to have the best conditions, and
Yeah, and that's definitely some of the best feedback that we are getting, is that people really feel like they are a part of the team. It doesn't matter where they come from or where they work with us. They're always feeling that team spirit. And that's also something that we're really focusing on when it comes to the recruitment, when it comes to the onboarding process, ensuring that everyone is taken care of. They know who to go to. They feel like they have the mandate to act in their positions once they come work for us. And that's something that we really see as a good value when working for us, because we are, of course, we have a lot of permanent employees joining our projects, but we are dependent on all of the additional resources that are temporary for these projects. So it's really good to see that people are really finding their way and also enjoying working for us. And yeah, really happy about that.
And that's one of the things, when we are out there searching for good candidates, we don't try to only sell their specialities, the disciplines. What's important here is that they fit in the culture and work well with the Altera's own staff, and so far so good.
Yeah, definitely.
And just want to also mention that you mentioned the permanent staff that we have as well. I think it's also great to see on these two projects that we've been able to also to mobilize so many of our existing employees to these two projects in Dubai. At the moment, I believe we are around 60 permanent staff from across the Altera organization, both from onshore and offshore, that are actually relocated to Dubai. So I think that's also an important factor in terms of working for Altera on a long-term basis as well as permanent positions. And we do also recruit to permanent positions. Seeing and taking those opportunities it is to working in such a large and international company as we are. We're small, but we're also big at the same time in terms of the opportunities that you get.
That's definitely one of the big advantage for you to recruit the good people, because if they see that there's flexibility, there's opportunities not only in Norway or in Dubai, but you can work across. It's much easier to recruit when you have these advantage.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it's also quite. We did a quick count here. I think we are around 25 to 30 nationalities.
On the house?
Not on the house, on the projects. On the house, we are 16 nationalities, I believe, in Trondheim, among 150 permanent staff here. So it's quite dynamic, or it creates quite dynamic and international environment. So that's quite cool, I would have to say.
Yeah. But it's also interesting to hear you talk about how you onboard so many people, and you have to do something right, I think, when there are so many people coming in. So it's incredible, and it's really amazing to hear what you've been achieved in such a short time. Yeah, the time is going really fast, as we were talking about before the episode. It's really fun to hear you talk about the projects. About the projects, we're talking about a bit in the two projects we have now in Dubai. This project will last around 2 years or longer.
1 to 2 years, a little bit difference on the two different projects.
Yeah, okay.
But up to 2 years.
Yeah. But after those two projects are done, do you have any other exciting projects going on?
We do have a lot of exciting things ongoing, of course.
Can you share some?
Cannot speak of all, but can say that we are, of course, actively working on new opportunities for the future business of across Altera within the different business units. So that will hopefully soon materialize into something new projects that we can start working on. And as a part of Altera's long-term vision, which is leading the industry to a sustainable future, I do think it's worth mentioning our focus within the green transition, where we have started working on this exciting opportunity within CCS, the carbon capture and storage, the Stella Maris project, which is a really exciting and important opportunity for us. Where we also see we can really utilize the competency that we already have in the Altera organizations. It's a really good fit for us and the business and experience that we do have. So that is really taking us into the right direction in terms of shaping the infrastructure of the future.
What do you think, Trond?
Wow, that's really interesting. And I'm thinking, what is the timeline here? Are you in a very early phase, or are you starting to come over in the execution already in this one?
We're not yet into execution, but it's early phase and preparing for execution of those projects as well. But of course, there's a lot of details that needs to be in place before we are in execution. So more to come.
Yeah, more to come for sure. But it's really exciting.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
We are having a podcast series. This is the first of 3 episodes. Next episode, we're going to talk a bit about something called global mobility. How do you solve all the practicalities around moving to new locations?
Of course, moving to a new location, and especially when we have such big projects, is always a new and fun thing for everyone. With the Altera, of course, we don't have any office, of course, other than the Dubai project offices. So we are very dependent on having good partners to collaborate with when it comes to mobilizing people in different parts of the organization to new places. So we're very lucky that we have good cooperations with MDE as our global mobility service provider that can take care of anything from getting visas in place, ensuring that they are well taken care of when they come to the country and where they will be working. Anything from setting up appointments, getting visas in place, moving the families and everything. So it's quite a lot of things going on, and it's been new for all of us. And I think it's very good that we were able to get this kind of cooperations with MDE, so we were able to really provide the best for our employees.
Of course, this is a really important issue that we, during the project execution phase, when they're starting up, all focuses should be for Altera is to do the conversion of the FPSO and not spend time on work permissions, local contract, insurance, housing, accommodations, schooling, kindergarten. All these things are really important for people who is moving to another location. So our purpose is to make the best possible arrangement so that Altera's employees get a good onboarding to Dubai, so they don't have to spend time on all these practicalities. They should spend time on the project. So now we have mobilized more than 200 people, and it seems like things are getting settled. People have get their houses, they have work permissions, and but of course it's challenging. It's a new country. You have to adapt to the local rules and regulations, and you have to, all business is local. You need to understand and respect the local culture, the local rules and regulations, and but it's really exciting. I think people can learn a lot about these things also, and when they work there, they settle down and have their everyday work. They know that a really good experience because we're sitting here in Norway and have our perspective on things. When we come out there, it's a lot of new things. But if you can adapt and be willing and have the necessary respect for the locals, it will be work out fine. Yeah. Right now, it seems like it's been a very good mobilization so far.
But I also think it's a good way to show that the collaboration between Altera and MDEs is working also really well. We know the customer better. We know the culture. We know how things are working, etc. So I think it's also a good way to have a good relationship. For sure.
And it's been so many things that we have learned also just working together. I think when we started with this a bit over a year ago, just starting to prepare for mobilization of our employees, we had no idea of everything to come, and we have been surprised in so many good ways, and that we're able to take care of our employees and that they are feeling secure when they are coming there, especially those, no matter if they're relocating as a single or with their partners or family, they're all taken care of and ensuring that they're in a good place for the next potential couple of years.
But I had to say, I was a little bit concerned when you told me that we're going to mobilize most of the people in June, July. And in June, July in Dubai, it's 45 degrees Celsius. And I think there was some Norwegian who was a little bit surprised when they came down there and saw that, wow, this is hot.
This is hot.
Yeah.
But due to the project timeline, they had to do that. And it's been working good.
Yeah.
It's not that cold as in Trond right now, huh?
No,
outside now?
definitely not. It's I've been having meetings with the Dubai team almost every single day, and it's always like, how cold is it in Trondheim now? So it's like, yeah, I'm having to wear wool sweaters and everything to stay warm, but yeah, I'm glad that they're enjoying themselves and that they're having fun, and of course also being able to talk to the rest of the teams. We have a lot of Altera employees down there. It's our biggest hub right now with all of the employees that we have. So the opportunity that they're also getting to know each other, they're getting to know each other's families and kind of creating a life of their own during the projects is that's really, really good. Yeah.
It's almost like an Altera village in Dubai.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
That's great. Now I see the time is flying here. It's been really fun and great talking to you. Stay tuned and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.